Hey, welcome World Entertainment, and we've all been wondering how much involvement did James Gunn actually have with Supergirl, because it's the most James Gunn looking movie, and yet he apparently had nothing to do with it. You can see here, Supergirl director breaks silence on Guardians of the Galaxy comparisons and debates with James Gunn. This article absolutely 100% shows you James Gunn was incredibly hands-on with this movie, which now makes all the sense in the world as to why it's the most James Gunn looking movie that's not made by James Gunn. Let's dive into this, because we know James Gunn does not like to debate people. He wants yes people. He does not want to take any insights from people. So this just shows you how much he was actually involved with this. So let's dive in. So from the moment the first Supergirl trailer dropped, the comparisons to Guardians of the Galaxy have come thick and fast. Honestly, it's not hard to see why. Which I love when an article starts saying this when they were the ones pushing earlier on, when fans pushed back and said, why does it just look like Guardians of the Galaxy that were saying, just fans being toxic and hateful and blah blah blah. And now out there all of a sudden, honestly, it's not easy, or it's not hard to see why. So the movie's visuals definitely have more in common with the Marvel Studios franchise spearheaded by James Gunn than the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow comic book that inspired it. That's evident from Creme of the Yellow Hills. The villain's striking red hair, beard and pirate style has been swapped out for a take that's more akin to a member of the MCU's Ravagers. During a recent interview with Empire, Supergirl director Craig Gillespie reflected on debating stuff with DC Studios co-CEO James Gunn, who was seemingly very hands-on in post-production process. However, despite any disagreements, the filmmaker tells the magazine that it was great to have more a director than a studio head to bounce ideas off, Gillespie explains, saying, "You can just roll the sleeves up and have a healthy debate. It would get into the tiniest things, music choices, that sort of push and pull." Everything he just said there. It's better and great to have more a director than a studio head. That means James Gunn was confirming, hey, I want you to make it this way. Make it look like this. Have it have this feel. This is what we're going to do. The music choice, this is all James Gunn. And then very hands-on in post-production. That confirms what Mahler said. He knows a guy who has worked around these things and flat out said they test screened Supergirl and it did not do well. And James Gunn was furious. And James Gunn took it and made his own cut of the movie and put it out. And it did worse than the Gillespie cut. So finding out that he was very hands-on, yeah, you know he's been very hands-on with this entire movie. So those needle drops have been a big part of why Supergirl has been likened to Guardians of the Galaxy, and the similarities between the two franchises aren't lost on the director. Gillespie admitted, "I don't think I can avoid it. We're in that arena, but it's a space I've always played in. There's only so many space movies, and we're in the superhero universe, with that dance of humour and darkness and drama, which I love." That is a weird cope for why does your movie look and feel exactly like Guardians of the Galaxy? You can't turn around, well, there's only so many superhero movies and space movies you can do. Doesn't mean they all look the exact fucking same. I'm sorry, but Iron Man doesn't look and feel like fucking Thor. Thor doesn't look and feel like Batman. Batman doesn't look and feel like Wonder Woman. So why are you sitting here trying to say, oh well, you know, there's only so many superhero movies you can do before they all start looking the exact fucking same? No, that's bullshit, man. That is a hard cope to say my movie was pretty much taken away from me and this is all James Gunn. That is essentially what this is. So DC Studios will be hoping that Supergirl can find the same level of success as Guardians of the Galaxy, not fucking likely. And with tickets going on sale yesterday, it won't be long until we start getting some early opening weekend estimates. With a reported 315 million break-even point, which is bullshit, it shouldn't be too hard for the second DCU title to be considered at least a modest hit when all is said and done. This is all bullshit that they're going on about here. Not to mention the fact that they got caught out with bullshitting people yesterday when they said, hey, look, and the other day, I think it was Thursday, they did their pre-sale tickets and tried to say the demand was so high the sites crashed. Oh my god, nobody can get in to buy Supergirl tickets. And then the internet clicked on and went, yeah, you can. The sites didn't crash at all. Not just that they not crash, none of the theatres have actually sold out. Not even close. The most that have filled up are like 10 seats gone in a theatre that holds 100 people. So they were caught out yesterday with this absolute BS that they've been going on. But this is confirming to all of us why this movie is the most James Gunn movie that he supposedly didn't direct or write. It's because he was incredibly fucking hands-on throughout the whole bloody thing, to the point he was debating the director. Why are you debating the director, James? James Gunn's whole thing was, I can't wait to give other directors and creatives the opportunity to create their vision, to give us what they want to put out. And all of a sudden, we're being told they were debating music choices, the look of and feel of the movie, how hands-on James Gunn was in the whole process. That's not exactly letting a creative create, is it? And isn't it amazing that this movie will be the first DCU project since Creature Commandos, Superman, and what's it called, Peacemaker Season 2, that James Gunn didn't write and direct, apparently, until Clayface, which will be the second one. It's so bizarre to be told right now, before the movie comes out, when all the concern was how much involvement did James Gunn have, because this is the most James Gunn looking fucking thing without James Gunn, to then be told, oh yeah, he was super hands-on, we debated everything from music to colour palette to this and that. It's ridiculous. So now it makes all the sense in the world why this is the most James Gunn movie that he supposedly did not write and direct. But are you people surprised? Did you check out yesterday or the day before, whenever those pre-sale tickets went on sale? Did you check to see if those systems had crashed? What's your local theatres like? Is there seats available? You bet your ass there's seats available. By the way, popcorn buckets. Did you see the Lobo popcorn bucket? Did you happen to notice in the video that shows you them filling the popcorn bucket, it holds about a handful of popcorn, and they're probably going to charge you like $40 odd for that thing. Yeah, good luck with this thing. What a disaster it truly is becoming. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So do like and share and subscribe and all of that good stuff. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.